Today's story is One Tiny Turtle. It's written by Nicola Davies and it's illustrated by Chapman. It is a nonfiction book, even though it looks like a fictional story, which means it's going to tell you facts about a loggerhead sea turtle. Far, far out to sea, land is only a memory, and the empty sky touches the water. Just beneath the surface is a tangle of weed and driftwood, where tiny creatures cling. This is the nursery of a sea turtle. Passing in a boat, you might not notice Turtle. Not much bigger than a bottle top, she hides in the green shadows. She's a baby, so her shell is soft as old leather. Just a little fish bite could rip it open, but the turtle is safe in her world of weed and snaps her beak on tiny crabs and shrimp. Turtles have shells that cover their backs and these shells that cover their stomachs. The shells are made from a bony plate that gets bigger and harder as the turtle grows. The turtle swims around, flapping her long front flippers like wings. She's flying underwater. She pokes her pinprick nostrils through the silver surface to take a quick breath so fast, blink, and you'd miss it. Then she's gone, diving down into her secret life again. Fish breathe underwater, but turtles are reptiles. They're not fish, and they need to come up to the surface for air. They do this every 4 to 5 minutes when they are active, but when they're asleep, they can stay underwater for hours. For 3 or 4, maybe more years, the turtle rides out the storm and floats through the hot calms. Steadily, she outgrows her nursery. Nobody even sees her leave, but when you look for her, she has vanished all the same. A year or two later, she turns up close to land, bigger bigger than a dinner plate now. She's not a fish snack anymore. Her shell is hard as armor. Her head is tough as a helmet. She's grown into her name, Loggerhead. She has come to eat crabs. Millions swim up from the deep water to breed in these shallows. Their shells crack as easily as hen's eggs in her heavy jaws. But in a week, the feast is over, and the loggerhead disappears again. This is her beak. Loggerhead wanders far and wide in search for food. In the summer to cool seaweed jungles where she finds juicy clams and shoals of shrimp. In the winter to the turquoise lagoons warm as bath where you can munch among the coral. Loggerhead may travel thousands of miles, but she leaves no trace or track for you to follow. Only good luck will you catch a glimpse of her. For 30 years, you might not find her. Then one summer's night, she arrives on the exact same beach where she was born. She's found her way here, sensing north and south like a compass needle, feeling the current and the warmth of the waves. She remembers the taste of the water here and the sound of the surf. Male turtles wait just off the nesting beaches. They mate with the females, and then the females come ashore to lay their eggs. So that's a cool fact. Only the female turtles come to shore, and they only come to shore to lay their eggs, and then they go right back into the water. Loggerhead has grown in her wandering years. She's as big as a barrel now. Floating in the sea, she weighs nothing. But on land, she's heavier than a man. So every flipper step is a struggle. Her eyes stream with salty tears, which help keep them free of sand. Coming ashore is very risky for sea turtles. They can easily overheat and die. So they only nest at nighttime or in cool weather, and then they get back into the sea as soon as possible. So that's a cool fact too, is that they produce these tears in their eyes to help protect their eyes as they flick through the sand so they don't get sand in their eyes. And they come ashore at night when it's cool so they don't die. Loggerhead makes her nest where the sea won't reach. So she goes way up on land, way, way, way far up. Scooping carefully with her hind flippers, that means her back ones, her back flippers, she makes a steep, deep hole. And inside, she lays her eggs like 100 squiddy little ping pong balls. Afterward, she covers them with sand to hide her nest for the hungry mouths. So she lays her little eggs, covers them, and then back to shore she goes. Then the loggerhead is gone again, back to her secret life. Left behind under the sand are her eggs to stay deep and safe in the nest. The baby turtles will grow inside. Females stay close to their nesting beach for several months. In that time, they usually make at least 4 nests, and then sometimes as many as 10. And before the summer's over, they wriggle from their shells. Turtle eggs in warm sand can be ready to hatch in 6 weeks. If the sand is cool, they can take 3 weeks or longer. Above them, on a beach for 100 eyes to watch. They're on the lookout for a meal, so the hatchlings wait until nighttime. The horizon is where the sea meets the sky and tells the baby turtles which way to turn to get to the water. But streetlights and buildings next to the beach can confuse them and make them go the wrong direction. They hurry and they burst through the sand and skitter-scatter towards the sea. Look at crabs will get them and birds might get them. In the dark, claws and beaks and grabbing paws miss only one young turtle. One day she'll remember this beach and she will come back here. But now she dives under the water and the waves and swims, swims, swims. Out into the arms of the ocean, far, far out to sea. Land becomes a memory waiting to wake in the head of the little turtle. And there she is. Aww. So that was One Tiny Turtle. I hope you enjoyed it.